Alright Steiner, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 0.32. 2 laps remaining. You're halfway home, got plenty of fuel. Push, 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 we can catch this car.
So guys, here we go. Let me show you how to bring your set closer to the insane Simcube active pedals. If you don't know about those haptic motors, they are originally produced for the P1000 and P2000 pedals from SimMagic. What they do is creating from strong separate hits through heavy piece of rubber inside to very fine vibration depending on the frequency we choose. Mounted to a set of pedals, they can give important feedback from ABS, traction or bite point information through the SimMagic software to whatever other feedback is implemented in the SimHub software. Now, if there is a feature which excites me the most on the Simcube active pedals, that is the ABS feedback, which is vitally important for my sim drive performance, and at the end of the video I will explain why. Of course, the Simcube pedals can do 100 other different things and will remain the best sim tech on the market, but the biggest impact from my personal experience will be the ABS, and this motor may feel a bit different, but is as intuitive as it is on the 6K pedals on the track. Let's go back to the kit. As I've said, this is originally built for the SimMagic P1000 and 2000, which are both absolutely awesome pedals for the asking price, and I can personally suggest them as great choice, but I know many of you already have great set and don't want to spend for another kit. That being said, those haptics can transform your experience on your own pedals, but you will need to find a way to attach them. Here is how I did it on the SimGrade, which I test intensively for weeks before I do the review. But first, to make this work, you need at least one haptic motor, the P2000 board, and one power supply. Once again, you need those three parts to make it work on your pedals, not just the haptic motor. The most simple way I found was to pass the two bolts through the pedal plate and tie it with two washers and nuts. I put that as much as I can to the top, and to make sure my feet is comfortable at any moment, I cut piece of foam, dress it with Alcantara and cover the nuts. Now, you can use that just as an idea or find your own solution, but I have to say those here transform the driving experience to a completely different level. That board, however, can control up to 3 motors, one for each pedal, but I personally care for ABS feedback on the brake, and I know many out there are confused and think this is gimmick for immersion, but the last thing I'm looking for is the immersive part. ABS Tech is absolutely awesome feature, but can create other problems which I have explained before, but for those who don't know, here is part of the explanation. It's just simple physics. We brake, give more grip to the front tire, which turn, the less grip rotate the car on the rear around the axis, but then through bad trail braking, the ABS kicks, brings some of the weight back. Now we have completely different weight distribution, and we totally lose that initial rotation around the axis. If you understood what I mean, you must realize that the ultimate goal is to not activate that motor in the trail braking part. Eventually, with the time, the haptic feedback will show me the limits of my brake performance and won't activate much, if at all. So, it is not about the immersive part, it's all about performance. It is enormous help for me and help many other friends who didn't understood the problem created from the anti-block system before. Of course, if you want to use those for extra immersion, you can add one to your throttle and choose some of the thousands effects from SimHub. It's up to you. So, don't hesitate and upgrade your driving experience. I really put this in the list of you must. It is true advantage, particularly in iRacing. It can be a bit of headache to find a way to attach it to your own pedals, but will worth the pain. I give you the most simple idea, but I'm sure you will find more solutions. There is already 3D printed adapter for the Husingveld Sprints, which must be the most popular out there, and I saw someone who made it on his Husingveld Pro. Also, Dan Suzuki have very cool video which you will find in the description below, where he used way more clean solution about the VRS and sim grade pedals.
It's mounted inside of the pedal assembly like this. If you printed it, you will easily see it. I'll also add the pictures from the Discord user Sheep that he took of the files.
Definitely check that and find the parts you may need. Again, don't hesitate to do that gift to yourself. You won't be disappointed. So, please share some photos with me on Instagram, as it will be helpful for so many other drivers. Let's do our pedals active on a budget.